Abusuantia na rest in peace to all gone souls. Let me warmly welcome you to your channel we Storm TV Ghana, of course. Obaso na wa subscribe we na what turn notification no what turn on na bibia betumbi ano so ubenye bi ahwe na no pay Musa Dankwa ni post e ode aba enra etre se ena no October ya post ba miensa ena aba ena no ya dia eba ye na etre se yero kene dia compre ko Agyapong ena wo lady na enra Musa Dankwa nso assign aye fofora. Musa Dankwa, we know Musa Dankwa to be Global Info Analytics boss. Na ene ne post e ode aba no say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia lead bet ne swat 3%. Wo lead bet ne swat 3% as at September no. And I can dia compare ko Agyapong increase into Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia at about 44%. And na Dr. Yura can dia compare ko Agyapong every akodu 19%. Sa enso na Dr. Brian Champon yewra ye wod osedu twum ene kobrede de opponents will be edited to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dia no ho na it's a good news the ma Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia tire say ne campaign no wo mo tire say one year no ho na post no bibia ense sanye na mom de asese say ne so atikakra na say ne vote no eso atikakra busua kwekwa ne konkotie yewra Musa Dankwamra.
Yo, you're my Global Info Analytics. My name is Musa Dankwa, and I'm the Musa Dankwa head poster at Global Info Analytics. And the same baby to you regarding MPP race now or Mokotono. Any delegate in the last few days ago. Any delegate 2,643 and all the 16 regions. 99% confidence level. Margin of error is 2.4%. Yenin delegates Ekasai from 270 out of 276 constituencies randomly. Until the numbers are quite good in terms of coverage. You know, BI Ekasai roughly. Now, you share Emma in Kasai, Emma 24%, Memma 76%. Or share age group Noah, Gudonwa, already 44 years, 35 to 44, 44%. 25 to 34, 15%. 18 to 24, 1%. 45 to 54, 30%. And 55 to 64, 7%. Muhammad 65, 3%. Now you're calling saying, yeah, overall the outcome. Tibia, baby, and MPP reason is it. Oh, share. Oh my name link it. I some say why on Betuama say control abandon there. 44% say on Betuama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. 19% say on Betuama Dr. Brian Champon. 1% say on Betuama Dr. Yao Ose Educhum. And 1% say on Betuama Kobna Agyapong. But they move 15% say omuni the on Betuama but one country 15%. You found not disclosed for. And I move 15%, so say, Omunyanya Omadrin has to vote for yet. Into Osha, Bawumia LED with 44%, Kennedy with 19%. But the year who say mostly, Omo Amkase main council, no, Omutaya Kennedy for. Into with the 15 Cronina Kaken, a Quen Beko 34%, Bawumia 44%. So in that kind of analysis, no, Bawumia LED at about 10 points. Then the question is among Obama say undecided no between the same. So every candidate has to work harder on those who are undecided. Now, we'll share the comparison between September and now. September, who say Bawumia performed by 3% compared to now. Kennedy Ako sort by 2%. Brian Ako sort by 2%. And Omama say Omon country no almost across by 11%. But Omama say Omi undecided no Swati about 12%. Now, Oba Ranofa said Baranofa, one on Betuama still Bawumia 46%, Kennedy 23%, 15% say not disclosed, and 16% say undecided. What the 15 not disclosed Eka Kendi Obina 38%, roughly the same number of voters Onyaye last time. Then the question is, who will the people who are saying undecided, that is where I'm saying reasonable. Now, we share runoff. Say a runoff. Oma Motuma Bawumia in Rawano, Ahi, and I Besanto Amanibium. Emu 96% say on Besanto Amanibium, but 3% is switched from Bawumia to Kennedy. 1% say omo disclose omo tuma Kennedy no emu 7% eko Bawumia ho ena 92 say ombesa to amaken into we hear roughly Bawumia again more in a runoff chain Kennedy Agyapong in terms of omo tuma omo no Bawumia crofo no only 3% and change your margin but Ken for the 7% sound margin. Now, Oma Motuma branch champion so a 31% a better Bawumia, but 44 a better Kennedy. Oma Motuma educhum 39% a better Bawumia, and another 39 better Kennedy. Oma Motuma Kobnaji Agyapong a 42% for Bawumia and 35% for Kennedy. Oshia race no across the regions not Bawumia a leading a half 38%. Kennedy 11%. Uba Ashanti Regina, Bawumia 39%, Kennedy 28%, Brian Champo 9%. Uba Ahafu, Bono, Bawumia 44%, Kennedy 10%. Uko Kumbuni Isa, Bawumia 55%, Kennedy 20%. Uba Central, Bawumia 50%, Kennedy 16%. Uba Eastern, Bawumia 38%, Kennedy 27%. Brian 9%. Oba Greater Accra, Bawumia 36%, Kennedy 14%, Brian 3%. Oko North Easter, Bawumia 52%, Kennedy 8%, Brian Champon 2%. Northern Region, Bawumia 69%, Kennedy 5%, Brian 2%. Oko Otia, Bawumia 39%, Kennedy 8%, Brian 5%. Oba Savannah, Bawumia 50%, Kennedy 23%, Brian 5%. Oba Upper Easter, Bawumia 46%, Kennedy 30%, Brian Champon 1%. Oba Upper Wester, Bawumia 64%, Kennedy 25%. Oba Volta, Bawumia 39%, Kennedy 9%, Brian 3%. Oba Western Regional, Bawumia 52%, Kennedy 25%, Brian 2%. Over Western North, Bawumia 33%, Kennedy 16%, and Brian Champon so 6%. Until regional best no say anything. So overall no, which means Bawumia a drop about 3% compared to last time. Kennedy again 2%, Brian so again 2%. So far this is the risk.
I don't know any some of Musa Dankwa what the two draw, what the two draw, and the Facebook you know sign echo TikTok Nandia, or quite Chiremu, Hausa, and or side Chiremu tree, or side the cobra, for said the beer, or more Montiasi in Adano, Ubia Ebetiasi. I don't see Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia camp, boy Jumasa, and soon a Canadian accompany with the poor camp, boy a Juma, Brandon Champon, ye giddy pa, and Naira, or say the tune, Cobrede Pomina, July, Busia, Nina no make us a post, no. Ayana me and Shada Yemi Musa namum that very day on that very day and na ebetire scenario na ebehunu chale ebetire de wedi enkunim aha aye Storm TV Ghana me din e de odoman kom ba na kofi from Asante Gudi makro